Do you ever feel like your property tax bill just keeps going up no matter what the market is doing? Like somehow your home is worth more on paper than it would actually sell for? If that's crossed your mind, you're not alone. And more importantly, you might be overpaying. And today, I'm going to show you exactly how to challenge that and potentially put real money back in your pocket. Hi, I'm Tim Lockhart with Keller Williams Realty in Wichita Falls. I help homeowners make smarter real estate decisions every single day. And one of the most overlooked opportunities I see year after year is property taxes. Most people just accept the number they're given, but the truth is you don't have to. And if you stick with me, I'm going to walk you through how property taxes actually work, how to challenge them the right way, and what evidence actually wins, because that's the part most people get wrong. Now, let's start with the basics, because this is where a lot of confusion happens. Your property taxes are based on what's called your taxable value. That's the number assigned by the appraisal district, and then it gets multiplied by your local tax rate. So if that value is too high, even a little bit, you could be paying hundreds or even thousands more than you should every single year. And here's the key. That value is based on what your home would sell for on the open market as of January 1st. Not what you paid, not what you think it's worth, what the data says. Which means if the data is off, your taxes are off. Now, here's where things get really important. In Texas, and this catches a lot of people every year, you generally must file a protest by May 15th or 30 days after your notice of appraised value is mailed, whichever is later. And that deadline is based on when it's mailed, not when you open it. Miss that deadline, and you're usually waiting until the next year. So if you're even thinking about protesting, don't wait. And if you want help pulling your numbers or reviewing your situation, reach out to me. I can help you look at comparable sales in your neighborhood and see if you even have a case. It's one of the easiest ways to get clarity quickly. All right, so let's talk about how you actually challenge your property taxes. The process itself is pretty straightforward. First, you get your notice, then you review it for errors, things like square footage, conditions, exemptions. Then you file your protest. After that, you gather your evidence, and finally, you attend either an informal meeting or a formal hearing if needed. Simple process, but where people win or lose is the evidence. And this is where I want you to really lean in. The strongest cases, the ones that actually get reductions, almost always come down to three things. Number one, is recent comparable sales. This is the foundation of your entire argument. You're showing that homes similar to yours, the same area, similar size, age, and condition, have sold for less than what the appraisal district says your home is worth. Ideally, these are sales from the last 12 months. And this is exactly where I can help you. I run these reports all the time. If you want a clean, accurate set of comps for your neighborhood, that's something that I can put together for you. Just reach out and we'll take a look at it together. Number two is condition evidence. Photos matter more than you think. If your home has deferred maintenance, maybe it's the roof, foundation, HVAC, or just overall condition, you need to document it because the appraisal district often assumes your home is in average or even good condition unless proven otherwise. And number three is repair estimates or inspection reports. This is where you put numbers behind the problem. It's one thing to say my home needs work. It's another to show a contractor estimate that says it'll cost $12,000 to fix. That combination of comps, photos, and repair proof is incredibly powerful. Now there's another angle that can help as well, and that's unequal appraisal. If homes around you that are very similar are being valued lower than yours, that's something you can bring into the conversation too. But here's the biggest mistake I see people make. They bring too much information and no clear story. What actually wins hearings is a simple, easy to follow argument. Something like this. The appraisal district's value is too high, because similar homes sold for less, and my home has condition issues that make it worth even less than those. That's it. Clean, clear, and logical. And when you present it, organization matters. Start with a one-page summary of what you believe your home is worth. Then include your 3 to 5 best comps. Then your photos. Then your repair estimates. Keep it tight. Keep it factual. If you want help structuring that, or even just reviewing your comps before you submit, I'm happy to help. This is exactly the kind of strategy that can make a real difference. Now let me give you one more insider tip. A lot of cases, especially the strong ones, get resolved during the informal review before you ever go to a formal hearing. So don't underestimate that step. Bring your full evidence package early. Be prepared, be professional, and you may not even need to go further. Now, before we wrap up, let's talk about another way to reduce what you pay, and that's exemptions. If you're not already taking advantage of these, you could be leaving money on the table. The big one is the homestead exemption for your primary residence. That alone can lower your taxable values and even limit how much your value increases each year. There are also exemptions for homeowners over 65, disability exemptions, disabled veteran exemptions, and even some benefits for surviving spouses in certain situations. And here's something a lot of people don't realize. You can file for these for free. You don't need to pay a company to do it. If you're not sure whether you have the right exemptions in place, that's another conversation we can have. It's quick and it can save you money year after year. So here's the bottom line. Property taxes aren't just a fixed number you have to accept. They're based on an opinion of value, and if that opinion is wrong or even just a little high, you have a right to challenge it. And when you do it the right way with the right evidence, it can absolutely pay off. If you'd like help finding comparable sales in your neighborhood, reviewing your appraisal, or putting together a strategy for your protest, let's talk. I'll help you make sense of the numbers and figure out your next best step. You don't have to go through this alone, and you definitely don't want to overpay if you don't have to. Thanks for watching. This is Tim Lockhart with Keller Williams Realty, and I'll see you on the next video.